For the first time this season, the Pittsburgh Pirates have won a game, avoiding a sweep by the hands of the New York Mets. Second straight game, they went into extra innings. This time, they were able to get that added insurance run and a nice relay play at the end of the game, and they win. And they're 1-2 now. Konnor Griffin got the start, and I know things didn't exactly end well, or they kind of ended in a way that the same headline, the same storyline can be continued about him being a starter. I really liked what I saw. I thought he pitched well. Pitch count got a little bit up there to the point to where I probably would have been upset if you said that you pulled him after 4 because of the pitch count. I do like the opportunity that he got to kind of show that he can try to pitch that 5th inning, to try to complete that 5th inning. I think if the defense, again, this is going to be an issue. Bigger picture, this is starting. You're starting to see the issue that the Pirates might have with the defense, and I think if the defense make a couple of plays that they probably should, pitch count comes down. There's a good opportunity for him to kind of be more fresh to go into that final inning. And also, I think the biggest thing too is the 2 hitters that he faced: Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto. That's about as good as a 1-2 as you're gonna face in all of baseball at the top of the order, facing for a third time. Let him do it. Give him a shot. Not gonna find out if he's gonna if he can handle the third time through enough to stay a starter, unless you actually put him in that position. And you know what? Odds are he probably is still just a reliever. But they have some time until Jared Jones gets back to kind of play with this. So in that time, I am still at the point where I'm okay with them pushing him to see what is there. Got to figure out what's there before Jared Jones gets back. Now, I mean, they're still probably going to get creative with things because they'll have Barco, they'll have Urquidy, they'll have, Jared Jones probably on some sort of pitch count. But down the road, this is the moment to where it's going to kind of make or break him as it. So I want him in those positions to figure out if that's the case or not. Looking at the series in total, I think the thing that stands out the most is like how the Pirates obviously lost 2 or 3. Could make it. I mean, the first game happened. Second game especially kind of highlights the issues had, and I talked about this the other day. After through 3 games, 32 left on base and 5 for 32 with runners in scoring position. That's just not gonna cut it. So first three games, small sample size, things can change. But it's certainly something to monitor because this is nothing new with them. And you're hoping things would be a little bit different with the offense that they added, and I'll add a little bit more to that here in a second. But at this point, a lot of the same. So anyone's going to have to step up. And I mean, encouraging sign. They were able to get a hit with runner in scoring position in extra innings. And it happened to be Henry Davis. Henry Davis got a hit. That's big in a big situation. Very encouraging to see. We'll see if he can. I mean, he's shown. He started 2 of the 3 games, and I think we finished like 2 for 8. But some encouraging signs. Gonna have to build on that for a much larger sample size, but good to see so far. And so what I was alluding to earlier about more of the same. If you take a look at the 4 hitters that the Pirates have added to the lineup, and again, 3-game sample size, a lot can change, but four hitters: Ryan O'Hearn, Brandon Lau, Jake Mangum, Marcell Ozuna. Combined 14 for 44. With Lau obviously has the 3 home runs. O'Hearn has a home run. Jake Mangum's hit a double. And those numbers are considering the fact that Mangum and Ozuna are combined 3 for 18. So most of the damage is being done by O'Hearn and Lau. Those 14 hits is one less. One less. So that means all returning players have 15 hits through the first 3 games. Gonna need some production there. That's nothing new. I don't think that's anything groundbreaking. I know I said it in the deep dive preview. You go to anybody else who is talking about the Pirates right now, and they'll say that anyone from the returning group of players was going to have to step up if the Pirates were going to have any chance to take that next step forward. Haven't seen it too much from Ozuna yet. Mangum, he had that good game. He's gotten a couple hits, which is a good sign. But the majority of the damage is being done by O'Hearn and Lau, and the Pirates are going to need more than just that. They're going to need somebody, anybody. Ideally, it's Brian Reynolds. Ideally, it's O'Neal Cruz. But at this point, they're just going to need anyone. Spencer Horwitz was 0 for 7 this series. Going to need more from him. We'll see. Because as they head over to Cincinnati is obviously a little bit of a bandbox. A lot of runs, a lot of home run potential. They're going to need to have the bat swinging and get things going. Another thing with that too, I don't know what's going on, and if as someone could point me in a direction to where Don Kelly or any of the players have said this, it's very, I don't want to say frustrating. It's very interesting to see that it seems like the Pirates have a reluctance to challenge. Especially, like, Brian Reynolds had 2 opportunities in a single at bat to where, like, he could have had it overturned, didn't, and then end up striking out. O'Hearn had one that very next at bat. If Henry Davis challenged a pitch that Jose Urquidy threw again, that's a strikeout, and Lindor isn't on base, and then it doesn't require a great relay play to kind of keep the tying run from scoring. The tying run is just never on base. So I'm kind of intrigued to see what their philosophy on it is, if they're trying to just get a feel for things or something like that first. But there's a lot of opportunities that they're missing already. So looking ahead to the Cincinnati series, Braxton Ashcraft will pitch Monday, Bubba Chandler Tuesday. Currently it says TBT for the series finale, but that is Paul Skeens' slot. I'm sure they just haven't announced it yet. Switching over to the minor league side of things, Konnor Griffin wrapped up the weekend series, just about as good as you can hope. 2 for 4, a pair of doubles, went 5 for 10 over the weekend, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He's looked good. He hasn't really, outside of the 2 doubles, he hasn't really driven the ball too much. Like, most of the other hits were like stuff that's like he's beating into the ground. One was like an infield, basically like a swing and bunt. Obviously, that's where the speed kind of comes in. That helps in those kind of situations. I think especially the second double that he hit was a fastball on the outer half that he drove to right center. Ended up getting thrown out trying to stretch into the triple, which I do like the aggressiveness on that. But I know that there's a lot of talk about him struggling with fastballs during spring training, so it was kind of good to see him drive a fastball on the outer half like that. Indianapolis, they're swept. They'll have Monday off, and they'll start another series on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we'll have the rest of the full season affiliates get started. Altoona, Greensboro, Bradenton. I'll kind of, if we can get the rosters in time, I'll kind of do like a semi preview with some guys watching in podcast form. But also with the podcast, let me know how you guys are feeling about this. If there's anything else that you want to do, still kind of new with this, may kind of tinker around with the times and all that. May kind of leave out the weekends just to kind of just so I kind of have more content to go through over the week. Trying to keep these short, short, sweet, and to the point. I think it's been doing pretty good so far with that. But like I said, I'm always up for constructive criticism. So if you have any ideas or anything else you want to hear, see, or whatnot, let me know. But until then, we'll catch you guys tomorrow.